Please select a mission. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Heading to Afghanistan. Heading to Afghanistan. Heading to Afghanistan. Mission not accepted. Please specify a project. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Heading to Afghanistan. Heading to Afghanistan.
Disable the Soviets' reinforcement system by putting a hole in their base-to-base comms network. Head for the Eastern Communications Post and destroy its comms equipment. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Has been updated.
Be careful down there, boss.
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Kontakt!
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
The map has been updated. Guard post captured.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Marker placed. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Еще одна колонна срочно была на кухне. Что вы потеряли? Бесконечный пиль пострадал. Эй, кто это? Уже несколько месяцев. Откуда только берутся эти душманы? Мы их мочим. Если бы нас было в 2 раза больше, то мы бы ударить одновременно. Да, мы будем учиться. В 2 раза больше людей, значит, в 2 раза больше потерянных, извлечения атаки боеприпасов. Простудился? Не болей. Ага. Ты тоже. Это просто мое воображение. Ничего нет.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Sun will set shortly. Clouds approaching.
Давай проверим. За мной. Готов! Контакт!
Guard post captured.
You gotta extract him.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Caution, sandstorm approaching. You have arrived at your destination. clouds approaching.
Where are your friends?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. Coming too. Roger that.
Snake, are you okay? Snake!
Enter the Eastern Communications Post and destroy the target equipment. Its location is on your iDroid.
Caution. Sandstorm approaching.
Okay, subject is in.
Has been updated.
You gonna extract him?
Where are your friends?
Analysis complete.
Кажется, штаб наконец-то прислушался к нам. Теперь мы можем вызывать боевик вертолет. Ого, вот это неплохо. Жалуйте, теперь ты не задержал. Ага. На своих троих. Ладно, мне пора. Быстрее.
Analysis complete.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Всем боевым группам, это КП. Вышел из строя целый ряд ламп. Похоже на проблемы с электроэнергией. Ближайший патруль. Проверить сеть питания. КП-3. Разряд немедленно. Конец связи. Осматриваем сектор.
Прием! Контакт!
33, что происходит? Ответьте, 33. У нас проблема. Тревога по всем постам.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete.
Искать сектор!
Analysis complete.
Двигайтесь!
Капец, Зоя 6! Зоя 6, что случилось? Ответьте, Зоя 6!
Враг!
Всем боевым группам! Это КП! Всё подразделение! Повторяю! Всё подразделение! На боевые позиции!
Analysis complete.
КП, это 2-1! Никаких признаков противника! Обыскиваю местность! Прием! Это КП, понял. Не позволяйте им застать вас врасплох. Будьте начеку. Конец связи. Штаб, это КП. Возразился огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ, но потеряли врага. Враг может все еще прятаться поблизости. Прием.
You gotta extract him.
arrived at Mother Base.
Мы осмотрели сектор, ничего не нашли. Отзываем поиск. Прием! Это КП, понял. Будьте наготове. Конец связи.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Weather will clear. Enemy presence analysis. The map has been analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. You have arrived at your destination.
You made it. First, use the binoculars to locate the communications equipment at the facility.
Analysis complete. The map has been
That antenna
updated.
is one of the targets. There should be more. Keep looking.
The map has been updated.
That's another one of the targets. Do you see any more?
Caution. Sandstorm approaching. Analysis complete.
That looks like the target. We know where all the antennas are now. Destroy all 3 of them. How you do it is your call.
Всем боевым группам! Это кафе! На нас напали! Всем подразделениям занять боевые позиции!
Explosives should take care of them well enough. How you do it is up to you. That's the first one. Destroy the remaining antennas. That's the second one. That wasn't the last of them, though. Keep going.
Analysis complete.
Your objective. Now get out of the hot zone.
Mission info has been updated. Analysis complete.
Treat it with first aid.
Sun will rise momentarily. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched.
We can't let them follow you. Throw off the enemies on your tail first.
КП, понял. Обследуйте сектор. Но осторожно. Конец связи.
All right, the coast is clear. Mission complete.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete. Great work.
Please select support helicopter
Roger.
requested. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Please select a mission. Please specify a project. Please select a mission. Please select a landing zone. Deploying. buddy has infiltrated our map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Этническая солидарность.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Понял! Найти вражеского снайпера и снять его! Прием связи! Огонь! Открыть огонь!
The map has been updated.
Мы потеряли вражеского снайпера. Остаемся на... Зоя-1, что случилось? Ответьте, Зоя-1! КП! Это Зоя-1! Огонь вражеского снайпера! Прием! Огонь! Это КП, понял! Немедленно отправляйте сюда и будьте готовы к контакту с врагом! Прием связи!
Найти его!
Fire!
He's coming too. Roger that.
Fire!
Analysis complete.
Fire!
Outpost captured.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Good. You captured it alive.
I barely recognize you, Colonel. Skullface used your thirst for revenge against Big Boss, did he?
Boss, I've updated the mission list. We've received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid.
Development project has been added. Please the landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Please select a landing zone. Landing zone confirmed.
Gaining altitude.
Hey. Eyes on Kazuhira. A message from the Parasites.
Please select a delivery point.
Welcome back, boss.
Snake? Thank you. You were always so kind to me, Snake. Come back again, okay, Snake?
Please the landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
squad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Please specify
This is
project.
C-Quad. On station at LZ.
Development complete.
Gaining altitude.
Development project has been added. Mission list updated. Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please select a mission. Mission accepted. Heading to Afghanistan.
Your objective is to eliminate as many enemy combat vehicles as you can. For this mission, we're backup for the guerrillas' offensive. That means our mission isn't over until theirs is. Keep an eye on the remaining time. Also bear in mind that you'll fail the mission if you don't take out a single vehicle. As for payment, the more vehicles, the bigger our paycheck. So give them a real fireworks show. Check the target's locations on your map. Once you've spotted incoming reinforcements, their location will be added to your iDroid too.
Be careful down there, boss.
The map has been updated. Infiltrated and the map has been updated. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Boss, I have a report from the intel team. The targets are now on the move. I've sent their predicted route to your iDroid. Check your map.
Post captured.
Down the enemy mechanized unit's force strength. Boss, we have information on new targets. Check your iDroid for their predicted route.
The map has been updated. Buddy has infiltrated and the map has been updated.
to Diamond Dogs now.
The map has been updated.
Boss, we spotted a four-wheel drive transporting a prisoner. It's not part of the mission. Do you think you can bust him loose? Just if you have the time to spare.
The map has been updated.
Our target has left the mission area. It's too late to eliminate that one. Just focus on taking out the remaining targets. You've got other targets closing in. You can check their predicted route on your iDroid.
The map has been updated. Marker placed. You have arrived at your destination.
I've sent the predicted route to your iDroid. Check your map.
The map has been updated.
Boss, need a little extra firepower? We've spotted a Soviet weapons transport truck. Apparently its cargo is something pretty powerful. What do you think? Should we make them share? Tread carefully, boss.
Updated. Please supplies requested. Mother base is now in the red. Supply drop complete.
He's coming too. Okay, subject is in. target has left the mission area. There's no way to eliminate it now. Head for the remaining targets. Boss, we have new targets. Check your iDroid for the details.
The map has been updated.
Всем боевым группам, это КП! Все подразделения, на боевые позиции! Повторяю, все подразделения, на боевые позиции!
The guerrillas' offensive will be ending soon. Boss, there's still time left. Take out as many vehicles as you can.
Это Зоя 1! Вас понял! Подготовка к минометному огню! Конец связи! Еще последней точки соприкосновения. Прием! Это КП, понял. Будьте очень внимательны. Реагируйте на каждое движение. Конец связи.
Development complete.
Штаб, это КП. Возразился огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ. Но потеряли врага. Враг может все еще в центре поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность. Прием!
3 minutes remaining. Target extraction confirmed. That's cut down the enemy mechanized unit's force strength. Alright, target extracted. Sorry, Reds. It belongs to Diamond Dogs now. The enemy reinforcements have stopped.
Updated.
No targets remaining. Boss, exfiltrate the hot zone.
Please select a landing. Support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
Hey, quit kidding around. Snake?
Subject is in. team. The targets are now on the move. I've sent the predicted route to your iDroid. Check your map. Boss, we have information on new targets. Check your iDroid for their predicted route.
The map has been updated.
Sorry, Reds. It belongs to Diamond Dogs now. Boss, you're doing great. Plenty of targets eliminated. Just the pace I'd expect.
Boss, we spotted a four-wheel drive transporting a prisoner. It's not part of the mission. Do you think you can bust him loose? Just if you have the time to spare.
The map has been updated. Buddy has infiltrated our map has been updated.
You've got other targets closing in. You can check their predicted route on your iDroid.
The map has been updated. Please select supplies requested. Supply drop complete. detected. The map has been updated.
Boss, that prisoner we rescued provided some intel. We now know the location of a hidden enemy staging area. Check it on your iDroid.
The map has
Target
been
extraction confirmed. That's cut down the enemy mechanized unit's force strength.
Boss, need a little extra firepower? We spotted a Soviet weapons transport truck. Apparently its cargo is something pretty powerful. What do you think? Should we make them share? Tread carefully, boss.
updated.
Boss, that's incredible. You're taking them out faster than they can come in. The guerrillas' operation is going smoothly, too. Keep it up.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Please select a drop for supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Target has left the mission area. It's too late to eliminate that one. Just focus on taking out the remaining targets.
Please select a mission.
Boss, we have new targets.
Unit
Check your
dispatched.
iDroid for the details.
Has been updated. Unit this the map has been updated.
Extract him. The guerrillas' offensive will be ending soon. Boss, there's still time left. Take out as many vehicles as you can.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Development complete.
Reinforcements have stopped. No targets remaining.
It's been
Boss,
updated.
exfiltrate the hot zone.
Please select a landings. Landings and support
Roger.
helicopter requested. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Support helicopter has arrived.
Gaining altitude. Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Mission complete, boss.
Good. You captured it alive.
Boss, about that AI pod you retrieved from Emmerich's research facility. Guess what we found inside? A corpse. Human. The pod maintained a low internal temperature the whole time, and very little outside air got in. That would have slowed down decomposition. Still, the remains were mostly skeletal. Estimated time of death is between 6 months and a year ago. We put the screws to Huey about it. Listen to the tape. Turns out it was the body of someone we knew very well.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to Mother Base.
Welcome home, boss.
Snake?
Fine. Yes, Strangelove was doing AI research in that lab.
Why hide that until now?
Why? Okay, so what? I wasn't working alone. You've got to understand. You do understand, right? I didn't want to drag her into this. It's my load to bear, alone.
So you didn't create the AI intended to drive Sahelanthropus. It was Strangelove.
Skullface was never in favor of AI control. So naturally they argued. Strangelove, she got him angry and he killed her.
How? You didn't see it? So you found her inside that pod after the fact. And you just left her body to rot in there. Or perhaps you put her in there afterward.
I asked him not to take her away from me.
So she was killed by Skullface, but you asked nicely, and he put her body in the AI pod for you?
That's right.
Pathetic. You know, we have another idea. That you killed her.
Me? I couldn't kill her.
You killed her and locked her body in the pod.
I wouldn't. Don't treat me like one of you. I can't just kill anyone whenever I feel like it. I'm a normal human being.
Oh, I see. So you just shut her inside and waited for her to die.
I would never do that.
What, you mean she killed herself?
Yes. She climbed inside that pod and shut the door. It can't be opened from the outside. It was suicide. Suicide, I said. She killed herself. She got in when I wasn't looking and suffocated. She'd often try to do things like that. By the time I realized and opened the door, she wasn't breathing. I got scared and shut the pod again. I couldn't bring myself to open it back up. That's right. Me? Kill her? What is wrong with you?
I see. Just tell me one more thing.
Haven't you gotten enough today?
Okay, I see it's a painful memory. You don't have to answer, just listen to the question. You see, we examined her remains. She had a scar on her lower abdomen, a surgical scar. It had been stitched up and had fully healed.
meaning it was long before her death. She had a child, didn't she? Your child. Where's the kid?
How should I know?
So there is a child.
I've never seen his face.
What do you take us for?
They took it all. Even my child. I didn't even know he'd been born. I lost everything.
How old would he be?
It's 4 years since then.
And you know it's a boy.
Strangelove said so.
And his name?
We called him Hal, even though I never saw his face.
Volgan, the GRU colonel, was burned alive with a Shagohod during Operation Snake Eater 20 years ago. Despite suffering severe burns to his entire body, he still clung to life. After you left Seleniarsk, Volgan's body was taken to a research institute in the outskirts of Moscow, but modern medicine couldn't explain why he was still alive. Not that the colonel was any ordinary man to begin with. That constant electric current he had running through his body that he could unleash at will? To be honest, I was always uncomfortable around him. Thought I might get electrocuted just by standing nearby. The institute studying him was tasked with investigating and developing human paranormal abilities. The comatose Volgan was used to further the Soviet Union's research into such abilities. But not long ago, the facility burned to the ground. And Volgan's body was never found among the rubble, even though the fire started in the room where they were keeping him. This occurred at around the same time you woke up. If Skullface was right, and a thirst for revenge can turn a man into a demon and keep the dead alive, then this man on fire who's been coming after us ever since you woke up, well, that just might be what's left of our old friend Volgan. It's not over yet. Back in '64, in Seleniarsk, you brought his plans for a utopia down in flames. That grudge is what's keeping him alive. The day the research facility holding Volgan burned down, a Soviet jumbo passenger jet happened to crash nearby, far away to the north of that hospital in Cyprus. On board the plane was a young boy who was being studied at the same facility. The plane fell to Earth from over 8,000 feet, but the boy's body was the only one not recovered. At almost exactly the same time as the crash, Volgan awoke in that facility. According to the Research Institute's documents, the gifts this boy demonstrated included psychokinesis and telepathy. To protect his mind from being inundated with other people's thoughts, he always wore a kind of gas mask. A rudimentary form of psychic insulation, apparently. We don't know where this boy is, but if Skullface is connected to him, we may cross paths with him yet. This boy is part of a new age where nothing we understand about the world makes sense anymore. Don't let your guard down. So what were they doing at Nzoya Badia, Baloo? That facility with all the people laid out in rows?
The abandoned factory Shabani was held in.
It is precisely as you guessed. Black Anna was coding languages into the vocal cord parasites. They infected the subjects with the parasites, then made an incision in the throat to expose the vocal cords. That allowed them to play recordings of a desired language directly to the parasites.
And the parasites learned the languages that way. That's some teaching method. I just don't get how a bunch of bugs had the brain power for it.
They don't. Do not judge them by human standards. They do not learn as a function of intellect.
Then how do they do it?
What language the parasites react to is coded into their genes. You could expose the Japanese strain to English for years, and it would never learn the language and react to it. The pronunciation rhythm and structure are different. But what about, say, Spanish and Portuguese? Linguistically, the two are very close.
Yeah, they're both Ibero-Romance languages.
Even so, a Spanish language mating pair exposed to Portuguese will not copulate. Only when they hear Spanish. Only then. And the majority of their offspring will be the same.
So it's a literal case of a mother tongue.
But if that's so, I don't see how the different strains can be created in the first place.
Well, among the many thousands of offspring, there may be just a few that react to Portuguese.
You're talking about mutations.
Correct. Playing the tapes helps to identify the mutant strains. Those specimens are then isolated and bred with one another. From their children, specimens that react more strongly to Portuguese can again be selected and bred. Repeating this process creates a strain that reacts solely to Portuguese and never to Spanish. Mutation and selection. No different to breeding roses.
So you kept increasing the change over the generations, adapting them to languages from all over the world. Must have taken a hell of a lot of patience.
More like patience. Just how many died for this?
There's something I still don't get. In order to tell which larvae will react to Portuguese, you'd have to let them develop and then see which copulate. That means you'd need tens of thousands of guinea pigs. There's no way you could do that in a facility that small.
For normal selective breeding methods, you would be right. But there is a more effective selection method when training the vocal cord parasites.
Go on.
It is not only when mating that the parasites listen for language. Shortly before hatching, larvae display markedly increased activity in reaction to particular language. The active eggs can be identified under a black light. So the eggs that react to Portuguese are selectively placed in the throats of subjects. So you see, narrowing down strains that react to the target language is an effective process. Though I'm sure that even so, many lost their lives to create the various strains.
Taken against their will into that dungeon.
There are two reasons for playing the tapes for the parasites. One, to isolate the eggs that respond to the target language. And two, to cause the specimens raised from the selected eggs to mate.
I get how the system works. But why do they respond to language before they even hatch? It's not like they can mate from inside an egg.
It is because the larvae learn the language before hatching.
You mentioned that what language the parasites respond to is hard-coded into their genes, and that they don't have the brain power to actually learn a language. But then you say that the larvae at Nzoia Badia Bulu were learning the languages in the egg. Your story doesn't add up.
Your country is home to a unique songbird. The Japanese bush warbler.
Sure, what of it?
What a beautiful call it has. But no bush warbler can sing it perfectly at the start. As chicks, they can barely chirp at all. They must learn from their parents and other adult birds. Only then can they sing properly and attract females. So naturally, there are individual differences in each bird's call. Though they start on the same footing, each bird is influenced by its teachers.
And the parasites are the same?
Like the birds, the parasites have a genetic predisposition towards a particular language. But while in the egg, the larvae's ears are tweaked by listening to the voice of the host. This tweaking ensures that the grown parasites will react better to the host's speech pattern.
Why would they have an ability like that?
Well, there are distinct regional differences within even the same language. Rare is the language that has no unique dialects. Yes, learning the host's speech pattern before hatching attunes the larvae to whatever twist of pronunciation it will encounter. This adaptive ability is what makes them so formidable.
I see. So a language requires selective breeding, but the parasites can learn dialects by themselves.
Of course, having the egg-stage larvae listen to the tapes in the factory was not meant to teach them. It was more important to use that trait of theirs to identify the mutated strains. As I mentioned earlier,
Is that really accurate enough to use as a weapon? You could wipe out a neighboring ethnic group by accident if their pronunciation is too close.
what you say is true. In that sense, they are imperfect as ethnic cleansers. But for his purposes, they are good enough. His objective was not to exterminate any one ethnic group, but to render the world's lingua franca, English, inert.
There's something I've been wondering. Why are you called Code Talker? During World War II, the U.S. military used the languages of different tribes, including the Navajo, as codes, right? I know the term Code Talker was used to mean people sent to the battlefield to speak in those codes. Were you one of them?
Our mother tongue was indeed used for war. But I did not go. I was already over the conscription age. However, I was made to help craft the codes that were spoken. So in a wider sense, you could call me a code talker for that. Navajo is a complex language, and virtually no one outside the U.S. speaks it. They must have thought it was the perfect language to use as a code.
Yeah, in the end, the Japanese never cracked it. The cipher is king in information warfare.
Of course, they didn't simply speak in Navajo. They created substitutions for words according to a code book, and then translated those into our language. Young Diné was sent to the front lines of the Pacific Theater as code talkers. To fight is an honor for the Diné. They were the pride of our people. But I cannot say this history brings me joy. Words are alive. When they are spoken, life is breathed into them. They become a part of the listener. Our words were transformed into lifeless ciphers and used for war. This, after the Black Ana spent generations suppressing the language.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So I guess we shouldn't be calling you Code Talker, huh?
No, I do not mind. The reason Skullface called me Code Talker was because I also am responsible for coding language into the vocal cord parasites. I am the same as those young warriors, used for a cipher's sake. I must never forget that. The name, Code Talker, is a lesson carved into my being.
You said Skullface ordered you to weaponize the vocal cord parasites. But you also said he wasn't the reason.
And he wasn't. I was seduced by the parasites. That is a fact.
How? You mean from your curiosity as a scientist?
That I cannot deny. But there is more to it. The story goes back to the 19th century, to my earliest memory. One day, a man from the government visited our Hogan, our home. I cried as he yanked me from my mother's arms and took me away to an Indian boarding school. From that day forward, I became George. This was the name my teacher gave me. I was forced to give up my Diné name, forbidden from speaking anything but English. If we dared utter a word of filthy Navajo, the teacher made us eat a bar of soap.
Yeah, that was the U.S. government's education policy for Native Americans.
To erase our words was like erasing our people. Their education was tantamount to ethnic cleansing. Over time, the overt overt persecution of our language stopped. But to this day, it continues to be eaten away by the lingua franca, that is English. Many of the Diné outside the reservations can speak nothing else. And it isn't just our language. Across the world, minority languages are being destroyed by dominant languages. Many are on the verge of extinction.
Enter the vocal cord parasites.
Yes, I began thinking that minority languages needed some sort of deterrent against dominant languages. In order that their peoples and cultures would survive. It was then that I came across literature at the Foundation claiming that man acquired language thanks to a type of parasite, one that distinguishes between languages as a precursor to reproduction. If I could just resurrect it, make it more pathogenic, I would have my deterrent against English. But I failed to hide that aim from Skullface. He noticed. Yes, I wanted to retaliate against the English language, though never did I intend to actually use it as he planned. You know how the story ends. I was forced to study how to make the parasites compatible with all the world's languages. All but English.
However, he in fact secretly isolated an English strain.
I will not be held prisoner by the man's phantom. The English strain must not be allowed to exist either. A ruler's greatest wealth is not money or land. It is the number of individuals under his control. Subjects who work, consume, are there to be used as pawns in war. For a capitalist ruler, his people's power becomes his power. You are the same. With your diamond dogs, you spin it with your speeches. But what you're doing is bringing as much talent as you can into your little domain. Every person another feather in your cap. Yes. Since ancient times, every civilization's ruler has had the same idea. When people unite under one will, they become stronger than the sum of their parts. And the one will is the ruler's will. And what do rulers use to bring people together? Language. In the Old Testament, it is written that only one language was spoken in Eden. A shared tongue that united all of humanity. Mankind eventually grew aware of its power and harnessed that strength to build a tower to the heavens, the mighty Tower of Babel. This angered God, who splintered the language of man, and the tower was never completed. Languages emerged, and the earth was divided as men went their separate ways. Every age is the same. A ruler's first order of business, after conquering new land, is to force his tongue on its people. Ancient Rome, Napoleon, and now Zero. English is wreaking havoc around the world right now. The British Empire tilled the land with war as its hoe, then began planting the seed that is English. Eventually, American capitalism became the new instrument. To play its game of wealth, you only had to abide by one rule: English. By exploiting people's desires, English has become a leash that people gladly wear around their necks, it would seem.
Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Commencing platform construction. Please select landing zone confirmed.
Roger. This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Please specify a project.